How is everybody doing? My name is Linda Bullard, and I am an independent chocolate designer. And I just wanted to hop on for just a few moments, do a little bit of chalking therapy, because I tell everybody that chalking is therapeutic. Over the last few days, I think I've experienced every emotion known to man. I've been sad. I've been mad. I've been discouraged. I've been hopeful. I've been flabbergasted. Just, if you can name an emotion, I'm sure I've felt it over these last few days. I've been disappointed. I've been disappointed in a lot of things. Hi, if you're out there, say hello and let me know you're there. Hi, Araceli. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But, I thought I was just going to hop on her and chalk. And I'm not even doing a new transfer. Normally when I go live, I try to use a new transfer. But I bought this one months ago and I never used it. And when it first came out, everybody was using it, and they were using it to honor policemen, to honor the military, to honor first responders, and that was fine. That was cool. I saw some really, really, really nice projects, but I never felt like that's what this transfer was about. Now, before anybody say it, I am not anti-policeman. One of my best friends is a police officer. Love him dearly. I am not anti-first responder. My brother is a first responder. My mama said I had to love him. So I do. Oh my goodness, let's not even talk about the military. I have so many people in my family that served in the military. Started with my daddy. I have 7 brothers. 4 of them are Marines, lifers. 1 is Army. My son served 8 years in the Navy. I have so many nieces and nephews in the Army and in the Marine. I tell people I have my own personal Marine Corps, because there are so many Marines in my family. So this is not about being anti-military either. What this is about is peacemakers. This is the transfer. Blessed are the peacemakers. And the end of that verse says, for they will be called the children of God. And that's what we are supposed to be. Children of God. We are all supposed to be one. We are all supposed to be peacemakers. And that's what, when this transfer came out, that was my first thought. Is Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers. All of us. All of us. We are all in this together. We are all supposed to be children of God. We are supposed to love one another. That was the greatest command. Love one another. We have moved so far away from what it is that God has told us we ought to be. And we need to get back there. And like I said, I'm not trying to get up on a soapbox. I didn't come here to preach. Hi, Susan. I just came here to do this transfer. A little talking therapy, and to remind us, we are all supposed to be peacemakers. Not just our military, not just our police officers, not just our first responders, but all of us. James chapter 1 says, and those who are peacemakers will plant seeds and reap a harvest of righteousness. We need to be planting more seeds, because we have just, oh my goodness, we have just moved so far away. And we need to start planting more of those seeds. This transfer, like I said, blessed are the peacemakers. I'm going to write on the back of it, because that's what we do. We write on the back so that we'll know what side to put the transfer back on, because this backer has a matte side and a glossy side. And we need to make sure and put the transfer back on the glossy side. Now, the colors that I'm going to use, they may not even look good together, but I'm going to use them anyway. And I'm going to be chalking on a piece of cedar wood. I've been saving this piece of wood. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I'm going to put this transfer on it. I did wax it because, you know, our wood tends to really soak up our paste. And these transfer tend to adhere really well to wood, so I did wax it. I'm going to be using almond. I'm going to use bark. I'm going to use daffodil and candy apple red. Those are the colors that I have chosen. I'm not even sure how I'm going to put them down, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuzz my transfer. I'm going to use our fuzzing cloth, and the reason we do that is because these transfers are sticky, and like I said, they really adhere to wood. So I need to fuzz it, take some of the stickiness off, so that it will not adhere too well to my piece of wood, and I risk stretching it or ripping it when I go to take it off. And it kind of folded up on itself on the corner. If that happens, don't worry about it. Just ease it apart. If it happens too bad, then you just run it under some water and ease it apart. But I'm just going to put this on here, and I'm going to pull it up to remove some of the stickiness. And I think that might be good, because like I said, I did wax the board, so maybe it'll be good. I'm going to try to just center this, and that is centered according to Linda, which may not be necessarily centered, but if it looks good, I'm going with it. I also decided that I just need to step away for a little bit. I just need to step away from social media. Think about something else. My grandbaby just called me and told me he started swim lessons today, which is awesome, because last summer, he actually started swim lessons last summer, and he did not care for that water. He definitely did not like getting his head under the water, but he told me today that he liked going under the water. So that was a good thing. So I think I am going to start out with the daffodil, and I'm going to do the Blessed Are Thee in daffodil. Somebody has posted yesterday that their yellow, that daffodil was like, actually with their buttermilk, was like cottage cheese. Mine has been like whipped cream, actually. But to me, it just spreads a lot easier. I haven't had a problem with it spreading. Hi, Luann. How are you? Thank you for joining me. But I am going to add just a little bit of water to it. If your paste is ever too dry, just add a little bit of distilled water. Make sure it's distilled water. Otherwise, you could grow mold in your paste. So, I think this might be good. It's still a little thick. But like I said, mine has been spreading really, really well. And I guess I'm going to do what we call paste and pull, since I'm using so many different colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down just a little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot. And I'm going to use a mini squeegee to spread it. I think I need to go this way so that I don't get it on the next line. I'm going to put my excess back in my jar, because like I said, it doesn't take a whole lot. And I apologize that you can't get this transfer. Like I said, I normally try to use transfers that are current, but I just felt that I needed to use this one today. I've been holding on to it for so long. Now, clean this paste off my hands. And I'm going to use my blow dryer to dry it. Let me put the lid back on this. And I'm going to pull this up because I don't want it to dry. Because if it dries, I'll risk pulling it back up. And that E is a little bit, yeah. So let me wipe my hands off. And I'm going to use my blow dryer to dry it. And make sure when you blow dry that you don't aim your dryer at your transfer because you can melt it. Yes, Luann, this is actually a piece of cedar. I had bought this. It was actually like 8 feet long. I had bought it when I was using vinyl because my grandson wanted me to make him a sign, and this piece was left over. And I thought I'd just use it for this transfer. But yes, it is a piece of cedar. And I did wax it. Okay, so that's dry. Now for peacemakers, need to smooth this back down. For the peacemaker, I'm going to use the almond and the bark. And I think I'm going to do what a lot of people refer to as the hot mess method. And it might be a hot mess, so I'm just saying. But I'm just going to put some of each one of them down. And I'm just going to take my finger. Hi, Lori. How are you, girl? I'm still waiting to see you talking, doing the live. I'm waiting. I know you're going to do it eventually. I wet my finger, and I'm just going to swirl the two of them around together. Being careful not to get it back up in the yellow. And I put a lot on here. I didn't need that much, but oh well. It's on here. Nothing I can do. And then I am going to just scoop off some of this excess, and I'm going to put it in a paper towel because I can't put this back in the jar because I've mixed it. So I'm just going to scoop it off and just wipe it into this napkin. It sort of kind of looks like Neapolitan ice cream minus the strawberry. Alrighty, peel it back and dry it. Alrighty, let this board come back to room temp and put my transfer back down.